Hello, TIs. As you know, my daughter's been knocking, and I haven't been answering the door. Um, I posted the first time that she was really aggressive knocking and stuff. The point is that if I don't want to open the door to somebody, I don't have to. And there is a reason for it. She's beautiful and very believable. But yeah, I'm her mom. I know her. And she snaps so quick on me, and last time I let her stay here for a couple weeks, she not only brought herself, she brought her girlfriend and a dog that wouldn't poop outside and pee outside. Took over the whole apartment, and it's a little room. I had to stay on the bed and I couldn't go nowhere, and she kept on yelling at me. Come on. Okay. So, when we're it's just like two pieces of freaking metal and stuff rubbing up against each other. Anything, she snaps and starts yelling or snaps on me and talks shit to me. Okay, I'm a grown woman. I might have put up with that stuff when she was young, but it's only because the system took my son away and put him to do time, and I was broken inside. And I just came from living in a motel for 8 months, so that was basically being homeless. And she would play on that. She would threaten to call the social services and have herself picked up if I didn't buy her this or if I didn't let her do that. She'd blackmail me if I don't buy her this or if I don't do this, that she was going to have us kicked out. The homeless thing. And that was like at, 11, 12 years old, 13, and she'd, right in the hallway, with Sharpie, blow marijuana smoke in the manager's cracks of his door. The manager lived next door. She'd lock herself in the bathroom and just scream and scream and scream. Shit like that. Okay, I let it all go. And I thought she grew out of it. Yelling outside, telling the neighbors fairy tales and shit like that. I'm starving, you never feed me. Stuff like that. But the neighbors then, they knew about her. They knew about her because they've had experiences with her. And then they seen the way, she did me. When I was 96 pounds, she dragged me around like a little rag doll. I totally lost myself, when my son got locked up as a kid. And I could have made it back, but then I had her feeding on my fears, getting over being homeless. One fear had came to truth. My son went to jail, and she didn't grow out of it. She didn't grow out of it. She snaps at me, yells at me. I'm a grown fucking woman. If you can't respect me inside my apartment, or respect me, and you're yelling at me in front of people and crap, and then yelling these fairy tales, thinking you're going to embarrass me in front of the neighbors and shit. That's fine. That's fine. She talks to these neighbors. She talks to them. And she's a very, very convincing liar. Very manipulative. I love her. I love her. And they say that children, get stuff from their example. She didn't get that from me. Nature versus nurture. Nature won out. That's her other side that she wasn't raised around. But still, it's nature. I tried the nature versus nurture thing with my son. And I did everything I could. Well, everything and beyond to keep him from, getting into a certain lifestyle. A lifestyle I set down when I came out to raise him. So, and I became the mother that I always wanted. I baked cookies, balanced meals and stuff. We sat down at a table, said our prayers, but nature won out. Nature won out. So, am I glad that I spent all that time and did everything I did to try to detour him from that lifestyle? Yeah, I am. Because even though nature went out, I don't have no guilt thinking, oh, well, what if I would have done this? Oh, I could have done this, but I didn't do anything. I did everything I could for my son to keep him from that lifestyle. There's no guilt. My daughter tries to play on guilt. There's no guilt. She was real abusive to me when I was raising her. And like I said, I would have never let my son get away with that, and I never have. No. So he always was, Mom, why don't you, because it wasn't like me not to. But like I said, I lost myself. And when I lost my son, it just did something to me inside. And there's a story in the Bible about how this lady has a certain amount of coins, and one of them drops and rolls and goes through the crack in the crack in the floor. The point is that she had a bunch of coins. And instead of going to looking for this coin and tearing the place up for this coin, she concentrated on what she had. And that's what I did when my son got locked up as a kid. Hey, my coin was lost. My special coin. But I still had a coin left. So I had to concentrate on that coin. But, she talks to my neighbors. Yeah. You know what I'm saying, right? Yeah, when she think I wasn't home and stuff like that, or here, when I didn't answer and stuff like that. Oh yeah. It's like she's really familiar with them. And she goes to the exact same spots that this stuff happens. So I know. And they haven't had the experience like the other neighbors. Remember I told you there was really good neighbors, throughout these blocks and in this apartment building, really good neighbors. And I'm still in touch with them. And I loved them. They were duped when I first moved in here. But then they caught up and they realized. And then they met me. And they realized that, this isn't the same person that she described. I might have looked hard on the outside and shit like that, but you can't always judge a book by its cover. You're supposed to look out for your neighbors. I mean, they didn't ever want to meet me because of what my daughter had told them. And because, come on, I was really heavy then. I was walking around checkered shorts, long socks all the time, jerseys, fucking whatever, and I wasn't as calm and quiet as I am now. I was pretty, I don't know if you call the word aggressive, but no, not aggressive. I was just, I don't know how to explain it. Yeah. But, so they didn't want to meet me. But they did. And they seemed past that. Those rough edges. I'm no fucking diamond now. But those edges have been soothed down. You get me? I mean, there's rough edges in there if I'm pushed far enough that they'll come out. But hey, I've soothed a lot down. I've been smoothed down. I'm less rough edges. I'm not perfect. I'm no diamond. That's for damn sure. But I'm not the person I was either. But the point is I was always always had a good core. I just wasn't the same person I am now. And those people still love me. The people that used to live here. These neighbors are different. Everybody moved in here. Well, everybody left here within a year and a half, which is crazy, except for one lesbian couple. And which is freaking crazy, And yeah, I still keep in contact with them. They were good neighbors. They were wonderful people. And they loved me. Despite my rough edges back then, they loved me. Unconditionally, too. Yeah. And those are the kind of people that I want to be around. That I want to give my love to. Because I got a lot of love to give. But I don't want to be disrespected and lied about, and my daughter be a DARPA fly and into this stuff, are part of this crap. So when I feel like, yeah, I'm not going to let her in, but when I feel like I can see her, I'll see her. I mean, I don't want this color to drain from my face. I mean, being with my son, you've seen the way I look, and how this apartment and the gang stalking just like drains me and everything else. But you've seen how well I started looking when I was with my son, right? And that color in my cheeks, and my face looks so much better. And, I got love in my heart. I got a lot of love in my heart. But, my face still looks good. And that's all from being around my son. He's not putting me down or yelling at me and, or snapping on me every few minutes. And I really don't need that. Because look at my face. It's got color in it. My face looks decent. I don't look like, like all my life is draining from me. Now, I don't know how long my face will look so good. Mind you, I don't like being in the stand, but my face looks like a normal face right now. Yeah. And that's all just from spending time with my son. It's all from getting away from this apartment. And it's still there, the color of my cheeks. It's still there. Yeah, what I feel inside. So, I don't want to be drained. Because she can come as nice as possible, and then within a few seconds, just like, and I don't need to be tore down, put down. I don't need to feel, yeah. I don't need that. What I need is just to love and to be loved back. That's it. And my son is trying so hard. He's trying so hard. And it's a little hard for him to accept that I'm not the same person. If I'm mad or angry, I'm going to tell you. My baby thought I was bad because I slammed the door. But no, I wasn't mad. Maybe the old me would have slammed the door, I mean, I break my own shit when I'm like pissed off and stuff, or I'll slam a door over here. But I'm alone. And I'm not mad at it. But the thing is that, I had a car since I was 14, until my dad died. Then I lost my car. I never had a car since. But I've always had, I had two 65s, one Super Sport, one not. I had a 54 Bel Air Chevy. I had a 66, I had mostly, the old Impalas. He asked me what I wanted, that's what I wanted. And unless it was a throwaway car, like just any piece of shit, while my car was being worked on, or while it was at my dad's house until he got to fixing it. But I'm used to those big old heavy, if you don't slam them, hey, they're not shut all the way. Okay? And so I tend to, with the newer cars and stuff, they're so light, I tend to slam them. And I got to be reminded a lot of times before I remember and stop slamming them. And the thing is that I hadn't been in a car for a long time, a vehicle, for a long time. So, yeah, I slammed the door probably about 3 different times. I think he only caught it once. But, yeah, he thought I was pissed off. That's not me anymore. Yeah, he has to get to know this me. I got the same cord, like I said, but I'm a whole completely different person. I didn't think I could love anymore, but I can, and I feel so much more than I ever did. And it really sucks. It really sucks. Because I don't know how to explain it. But when you ache and hurt inside, you feel it much more than you did. When something touches you, and you have somebody's grief, and you're carrying around somebody else's grief, it just is so draining. even when you're happy and you're so happy that you cry. I've never been a crybaby, but I am now. I am now, and that's what God gave me, so that's what I accept. And it's not a bad thing, because it helps me get my feelings out. And it helps me get things out when before I got things out not in such a healthy way. You get me? So the point is if I don't want to answer to anybody, I'm not going to answer. Especially if I feel that somebody's going to take what I have right now inside that I need. You know, hey, there's no food in my place. You know, I'm smoking butts. But what I need inside and what I have inside right now, it's much more important than cigarettes or food. You get me? My emotional well-being is a lot more important to me. Thank you for listening.